In a bustling coastal city, there lived a young man named Evan Hale. Life hadn't been easy for him. He'd grown up with very little, moving between temporary shelters and surviving by carrying luggage at the ferry terminal for a few coins. But Evan's biggest struggle wasn't his empty pockets. It was his own thoughts. They were never on his side. He constantly told himself, "I have nothing. I can't change my life. No one will ever give me a chance." One foggy morning, as he waited by the docks, Evan saw a tall, confident woman stepping off a private boat. She carried herself with an air of success. Hoping for a handout, he approached her and asked softly, "Ma'am, anything you can give?" Instead of reaching for her purse, the woman looked him directly in the eyes. "Tell me something, young man. Do you ever give before you ask?" Evan was stunned. No one had ever asked him that. Confused, he stammered, I don't have anything to give." The woman smiled gently. "You're wrong. Everyone has something. But if you're convinced you have nothing to offer, then you'll continue receiving ... nothing." And with that, she turned and left. Her words echoed in Evan's mind all night. What do I even have? What can I give? The next day, walking along the shore, he noticed the small, brilliantly colored seashells washed up by the tide. Children loved them, tourists photographed them, an idea sparked. Maybe I can offer these. As a gift, he collected a handful of the most beautiful shells, cleaned them, and returned to the terminal. The first time someone gave him a coin, he smiled and said, "Thank you. Please take this shell for good luck." To his surprise, people accepted the shells with joy. They smiled, asked where he found them, and some even gave him more than usual. Evan quickly noticed a pattern. When he offered a shell, people gave generously. When he didn't, they hardly gave at all. "Exchange," he whispered to himself. That woman was right. Days turned into weeks. Evan started arranging the shells into small, handcrafted souvenirs. People loved them. Tourists began asking for the shell guy at the docks. One afternoon, Evan saw the elegant woman again, sitting on a bench by the water. He excitedly ran to her. "Ma'am, today, I have something to give you in return." He handed her a beautifully polished shell. She accepted it with a proud smile. "Now, you understand. You're no longer waiting for fortune, you're creating value." For the first time, Evan didn't feel invisible. He felt capable. 6 months later, two people met on that same dock. One was the successful businesswoman. The other was Evan, now wearing a clean shirt and carrying organized boxes filled with his shell crafts. He walked with confidence, not as a porter, but as a businessman. The woman looked at him proudly. "What changed you?" she asked. Evan smiled. "You taught me that everyone has something to give. The moment I believed I had value, my entire life changed." Life follows the direction of your thoughts. If you believe you are small, life will shrink around you. But when you recognize your inner worth, the world finally recognizes it too. If this story inspired you, leave a like, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more stories that can change the way you think. Thanks for watching.